Oh, well, yeah. Hey guys, just took a shower. It's my birthday. Per the request of an avid fan of this channel. I think there are only a couple dozen of them. I upgraded a couple things in my setup here. The first thing is I have a wireless microphone. You can't see it, but the wireless clip with the tiny little microphone and wind reduction foam thing, it's right there. It's just off camera. I also got a better phone. I upgraded my phone through Spectrum. Can't say enough good things about Spectrum's customer service. They let me eat dinner in the Spectrum store location while they migrated my iCloud data to this new phone. Olipop. I haven't had the chance to enjoy one of these in a long time. I've had one or two since the root beer review, root beer flavor Olipop, which was awesome, and I really, really liked it. So I'm excited to drink this because I have high hopes for Olipop. I think they're maybe onto something. If you've never had an Olipop, it's basically a probiotic soda. Um, digestive health soda with very low sugar. And it has a couple other things like dietary fiber, low carbs. That's you know because of the low sugar. Not a significant source of saturated fat. Ingredients: carbonated water, Ollie's Smart. That's their patented concoction, which is cassava root fiber, chicory root inulin, Jerusalem artichoke inulin, nopal cactus. There's some asterisks here. It's a lot of things. Some natural. The sweetness is from cassava. There's no what I would consider artificial sweeteners. Like there's no stevia or stevia, however you say it. Natural vanilla extract. I mean, they made this, and I actually don't know if it's patented, even though it's called Ollie Smart. Um, they do list all the ingredients, so that would lead me to believe that it. Well, no, they have to. I wonder how that works with flavor design, because you have to list the ingredients according to the FDA, but you have a patent, then I guess if you didn't have a patent, I guess you wouldn't manufacture the product. Yeah, it's interesting. Wish I knew more about that. Contains 10% juice, 45 calories in this entire can. So, with all those pieces of knowledge, you might think, well, this is going to suck. Because a lot of times when it comes to, well, maybe everything in life, but definitely with food and beverage, if it's too good to be true, it's probably not true, which is kind of how I feel about artificial sweeteners. But if the root beer was any evidence, this could be really good. So let me first say cherry vanilla, Olipop cherry vanilla. Olipop, prebiotic botanicals, plant fiber, supports digestive health. Olipop cherry vanilla. Let me start off by saying this is not a flavor I would ever get of anything. Cherry, I love cherries. I love cherries, the fruit, individual cherries. Um, Chewing them, removing the pit with a combination of my tongue and teeth, during the mastication process. Enjoying the flesh of the cherry, spitting out the pit into a, a spittoon or some sort of receptacle for pit catching. Um, Love everything about cherries. Just a drink flavor, not something I'd ever think to put in a drink. I'm not a big maraschino cherry person. Can't even remember the last time I had one, but I do remember once in my life tying a knot with the stem of a maraschino cherry, just using my mouth. I know that's a trick some people can do. And during a family trip in the car, I was able to do it. It took hours. It took several hours. I digress. This is really, really good. I don't know what they're up to over at Olipop Industries, but they figured something out. They they figured something out over there. Um, Pardon the motorbike. That might be picked up in my old on the phone microphone. That would never be picked up. Well, very faintly. I get the sense that this microphone is, but maybe the noise cancellation is great. We'll have to see. But in any case, this cherry vanilla olipop, something I look for when I'm trying these drinks, and I've tried a lot of them now, as I'm sure many people in the world have tried a lot of drinks. Something personally that I look for is what I would call a consistent flavor, full flavor. I'm sure it's different for other people, but for me, helicopter, I live in a city. That should be apparent. Um, some people might like it when flavors come in sort of layers. So maybe it starts with this and then it goes to that. And with food or dishes, I should say, I do like that because there is a confluence of flavors. So there's sauce and there's like maybe a protein or a vegetable, you know, and an accompaniment and things like this. Sure. Um, I look for it there because I want to, my eyes are picking up different things. My scent, my nose, I'm smelling different things, and now I'm wanting to connect the dots and make sense of the artwork or whatever you want to call it. I want to bring it all together and make it harmonious, and in that context, I don't mind having the flavors, come through in different ways, but with a drink like a soda or like something like this, kind of simple. I just want a consistent full flavor. Whatever it is, cherry vanilla in this case. If it's root beer, if it's plain vanilla or you know hibiscus, whatever. I just want that to be the flavor. I don't really want it to be like sweet at first and then full, then kind of go carbonated water and then something, then a little hibiscus note at the end. That wouldn't be optimal to me. I want it all to happen at once. That is where Olipop has kind of nailed it, in my opinion, versus a lot of other flavored drinks, notably flavored sodas, and more specifically, probiotic sodas or probiotic drinks. A lot of them, they're very aspirational in their flavors. They want to have health properties. They want to have great carbonation. They want to have a lot of flavor and not too much sugar and different things like this. And a lot of times, what you wind up with is a sort of like a concoction that's just kind of inconsistent. Um, it might start off kind of harsh on the carbonation, which I like. It has some bite, but you're not getting a lot of flavor. And then maybe the flavor comes and goes too fast, or there's not much while you're sort of like sloshing it around, and then you swallow and you get a little sugar at the end, a little sweetness. Um, that for me is the more common experience, especially with kombucha. Um, and like I say, these sort of healthy sodas, if you will. Um, I've had about 4 flavors of Olipop at this point. Believe this is the second one I've reviewed. Well, all of them that I've had so far, and I know they have maybe a dozen, um, are really consistent, full flavored sodas. And I make a note of that word soda, strong emphasis there. This feels, tastes like a soda. It's not flimsy or flat like other ones that I've had. It has bite. You feel it registers as a soda. If I was sitting at my desk and working and not looking at what this was, without knowing the flavor or whatever the brand, I would know I'm drinking a soda. If I was, blindfold test or whatever. And I'll tell you what, this would cause the Pepsi challenge to be failed because this is way better than a classic soft drink, in my opinion. Way better than a Pepsi. Wait, like I mentioned this, I think, in the first olipop review, but I don't drink soda. I don't. It's never been like a. I wasn't a soda kid. I never see soda and go like, oh my god. I mean, there was a period. There was maybe a summer or two where I liked Mugs root beer. Um, but it's because there was a soda machine at the pool, and I got 50 cents from somebody. It was more the experience of it because all the kids were getting sodas. It was like a soda. It kind of was like a treat or a dessert or a snack. I didn't really view it as like a soda, like in the way that like kids drank soda every day. Um, so for my personal, in other words, if you're not a soda person and you don't have like Coke people, Pepsi people, whatever, Mountain Dew, um, you still might really like this. Like it kind of makes me want to be a soda person. Um, I don't know. The one thing that's a little bit annoying about doing these kinds of reviews and buying things like this is like you typically, well, the places where I shop, you buy them in a single unit. I'd much rather buy just 12 of these, and I'm sure I can order them online. I'm curious what the cost would be, but um, when you're going grocery shopping, vegetables and meat and toilet paper and milk and whatever you get, eggs, it takes up a lot of space. You're carrying it in a bag, and then if you start throwing a couple of these things in there, I mean, it's just like, wow. And a lot of them I'm buying just for drink reviews. So I'm buying like bottles of kombucha, glass bottles, and it just seems sort of inefficient. I almost wish that there was a program that just like sent me a random drink every week or a few a month or something like that. Actually, maybe an idea if this channel, if I keep doing this, would be to have friends, excuse me, or just people send me things to try, send me drink, official drinks, not their own personal things. That would definitely not be a good strategy, but yeah, maybe I could set up like a PO box or something like that. Anyway, I'm completely unshocked. I don't know if that's a word. Not shocked. Unsurprisingly, this is really, really, really good. I love olipop. I don't even like soda. Um, it's a full flavor. You get cherry immediately. You get the sweetness immediately. It's a very manageable and uh, reasonable amount of sweetness. Um, it's not like overpowering. It doesn't like blast you the way that like some soft drinks do, or like you know Gatorade, for example. I find to be really really sweet. Like first sip, it's like it just blasts you up. Powerade, same thing. Um, it's there. It's you sip it. The sweetness is there. It's dull but firm. It's good. It's consistent throughout. Um, I don't think the vanilla in this sense is meant to be like a primary flavor. When I could be wrong about this, but when I think cherry vanilla, I don't think vanilla like vanilla ice cream. Like the vanilla, I think almost as like it's it's definitely there. Actually, you know what? When I smell it, now that there's kind of some residue on the can and stuff from having taken a few sips, I do smell a little bit of vanilla extract. And I don't know that normal human beings would be able to pick this up, but I happen to have a really good smelling tool and a very, very keen sense of smell. And I do pick it up with the cherry. As far as the flavor profile, I don't think the vanilla is very strong, but I don't mind it at all. When I was reading out the ingredients and I noted that there was vanilla extract, I kind of know what that tastes like. And I imagine in a drink like this, they're using not very much of it at all. I mean, it's the last flavor listed. So I'm picturing like a drop per can, if that. 2 drops, maybe a half a drop. I don't know, but not a lot. It's mostly a cherry soda. The vanilla I take in to be as part of the sweetness profile, not really a strong flavor. But as I said, with the scent, it is there. But what you're getting is a sort of lightly sweet cherry soda. It's got some health properties if you're into that kind of stuff, and it is damn good. I will definitely be, well, I already have another olipop in the refrigerator. I think it's an orange soda, or maybe orange combined with something else. But now I'm really, really excited to do that review because this is so damn good. Get an olipop, no matter who you are or where you're from or what your beliefs are. I can't imagine that there's many people who wouldn't enjoy this. Um, Happy birthday to myself.